Wow, that was very dramatic, wasn't it? How's it going? I'm Indigo. I am the host for the evening and the GM as well. I'm super excited to get started. This is the brand new season of the Fireside Tales. We are kicking off season 2, and it's been a long couple of months with a couple of little things going on here and there, kind of getting ready and ramping back up for this kind of a relaunch of the Fireside Tales, and I'm very excited to be doing that tonight. So, very quickly, I just wanted to quick shout out to Limithron. He's our sponsor at this time, and he is doing some great map work for us. You can go check out his stuff over on Patreon, of course. Just to look for Limithron in that search field and check out all of his stuff. He's got some great map assets that could definitely take your own games to the next level. Other than that, I know we are ramping up to get some Westmart stuff going on in our Discord. We're going to have some text games and we're going to have some voice games as well, so please go check that out. You can get a little bit more details on that on my own Patreon with the Chronos World if you want to check that out there. I'm sure one of those links will end up in the chat here at some point. But yeah, please go check that out. We're kind of ramping up to get going on that, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Kind of incorporating some really neat bots and stuff like that to run some cool games like in the Discord server itself. So that should definitely be pretty cool. Other than that, I don't think there's really too much. So I am excited to just jump in and play some D&D. So I'm going to switch us on over there and we can do that thing. Because here we are. Here is our team. I am going to go ahead and run through. Can everybody hear us okay out there? Is that everybody's good on all that kind of stuff? How are you guys doing? Are you excited to play some D&D tonight or what? Yeah.
By you guys, you mean us?
I do mean you guys.
Wait, guys, is God talking to us again? This is really confusing.
I mean, the four of you guys playing D&D here with me. It's so exciting.
Well, yes! Let's go! Why are we not playing right now?
Because I need you guys to introduce yourselves. Why don't we go ahead and start? Because we do have a couple of new faces. You know, overall, we have this new team here, and we have some new characters. So why don't we go ahead and do those introductions here real quick, and we will start off with Dread.
Hi, I am Dread. I am an all-purpose nerd. I am playing Jellen Boomsparkle, a tanker gnome artificer. Fun fact, in the Marvel vs. DC debate, my answer is always the same. Image.
Okay, that is well thought out, and I like it. Let's jump right on over to Mr. Quinn.
Hey, I'm Quentin, or in our Discord, I'm the big Quinn. I like his all-purpose nerd thing, so I'm going to go ahead and steal that. I am too an all-purpose nerd. I flip and flop when it comes to DC versus Marvel, all that type of stuff. But besides that, I'm a voracious. Like literally, it's the biggest part of my budget would be books. If I didn't have Amazon Kindle, so there's that. I play Kellen Boomsparkle, the brother to Dread's character, and I am a wizard, forest gnome compared to his tinkerer rock gnome. We'll get him to drop the tinkering with toys and do magic, because that's what we should really be doing. But yeah.
You know, that is an age-old debate, that is for sure. The next player in line would be Mr. Alabaster Hawks.
All right, I'm Mitch. I'm not a nerd. They forced me to play. I play Alabaster Hawks, the gentleman.
The gentleman, indeed. I feel like this is going to be one of those situations that develops how we need to do jazz hands after he describes himself as the gentleman after about 10 or 12 episodes.
There you go. See, that's what we really need for the gentleman.
The gentleman.
Indeed.
I feel like we're going to get copyright struck.
I mean, I was.
Oh no, really? What did I say?
He said the gentleman, and I was like, motherfucking gentleman.
And last but very much so not least, we have Gigi.
I'm Gigi. I guess I'm also technically an all-around nerd, although nowadays my nerding is a lot more focused on things like playing D&D with these other giant nerds. I play Lanariel Mendolynn, who is a half-orc raised by elves. She hits stuff, mostly. That's kind of what she does, and then, looks cute while doing it, because you can't fight crime if you're not cute. And I really, really hate Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It's true.
This is a previous conversation that is now leaked into the official stream. We're sorry.
We had a lengthy discussion about old Grandpa Joe and his merits. And
by we had a lengthy discussion, they listened to me rant because someone made the mistake of bringing up Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I appreciate them greatly. And if anyone ever wants to have a conversation about it, just hit me up. I got you.
I was just pointing out that Willy Wonka is not the hero that everybody thinks he is. Like, he murdered children throughout that whole movie. I'm just saying.
Wait, they didn't die.
He was very ambivalent about the outcome.
He wasn't even ambivalent. He was apathetic. He legit did not care.
He's like, yeah, they might. I mean, whatever.
And if they're not dead, they're traumatized for life, right? If you got stuck in a tube of chocolate and then propelled throughout a system, you're done. Your mind is gone.
What if you were turned into a giant blueberry and then squished?
I think the only one that's okay is actually Mike TV, because he thought it was pretty freaking rad that he got made tiny.
If I was like 2 inches tall, I would probably hate it, but it'd also be kind of cool for a minute. I mean,
yeah, pretty cool second year Ant-Man.
Till you run to a spider.
Oh god, oh no. Okay, I'm out, never mind.
Like a cat. Your average everyday house cat becomes a terror. And that brings up Mouse Guard. No, I'm just kidding.
And now everyone roll initiative while you face your first giant spider.
Oh god.
It's your own worst fear. It's like that thing in Harry Potter. We're just going to throw your own worst fear at you.
There's a new 8-legged priest in Mouse Guard.
If that's your worst fears, I need to know why. All right, so D&D. Does someone want to play D&D, or are we just bullshitting here? I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
I vote for D&D.
Can't we do both?
Yes, we can definitely do both. Hi, everyone out there. Thanks for putting up with all of our shenanigans. We are here to actually play some D&D. So what we're going to be doing tonight is actually running through the Dragon of Icespire Peak series of adventures. It's kind of like a starter series of adventures that was created for D&D Beyond, and I just thought the storyline was kind of cool, and we get to have some cool little things we could do later on down the line. So these guys are all on board, and we're going to go ahead and check that out. So starting off on that, let me go ahead and get you guys on over to the small town of Phandalin. And a couple of you guys have lived here for a couple of months now. Well, actually, the Boomsparkle brothers have lived here pretty much since the inception of the town. When you guys were still over in Nomengard, you guys obviously heard about the humans trying to rebuild Phandalin and recognizing that there could definitely be some opportunity to not only help out with this effort and get the Boomsparkle name known throughout the region, but also make a fair amount of coin in the process with your magical wonders and inventations to mystify the mind. Did I get that backwards? Is it wonders of invention? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what these guys bring as we go here, because these gnome brothers are going to be a lot of fun, I am sure.
And you got it right.
I got it right the first time? Okay, perfect. We'll see which becomes the hottest seller in... Oh gosh, what did I name your little...
The Boomsparkle's Emporium of Fantastic Inventions and Wondrous Magical Events.
That's very, very close. It is that, and it is opening soon. And on that note, you guys did recently get this letter, and it wasn't. It was delivered by the the regular person that delivers any kind of messages throughout the town and whatnot. But it didn't come from the stationery that you normally see coming from the town master, Harbin Wester. It seemed to have come from. It seems usually, like, the town master uses some higher quality stuff. He likes to kind of put on airs a little bit, even if it is a small town. He kind of likes to show the fancier side of his position as the town master. And you recognize that this document doesn't seem to be on his typical stationery that he uses. So you guys are over at the Boomsparkle's Emporium of Magnificent Inventions and Wondrous Magical Effects. Everyone in town is going to love giving directions to your establishment. So, what would you guys like to do? Yes. Jellen. Push to talk, sir. Push to talk, don't forget.
I've got so many ideas, you don't even know.
So, speaking of these ideas, why don't you guys go ahead and roll, let's have you roll a perception check.
I ain't looking.
So I rolled with advantage.
I just have rolled 2 for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay. So, Jellen, you would be the one that notices that this stationery doesn't seem to be Town Master Wester's normal papers that he uses for official documents, things of that nature. And you know that he's been kind of against giving you guys this permission to open the Boomsparkle's Emporium of Magnificent Inventions and Wondrous Magical Effects. And he's even mentioned the name.
I think we need to go talk to the town master about this. Something is fishy.
Wait, with the letter or when it comes to opening our place?
Why both?
I mean, 2 birds with 1 stone, alright.
Precisely.
Okay.
Although we should probably come up with a better thing. I got a few friends who are birds. I don't really want to stone them. At least not that way.
I say we head over right now.
I mean, daylight's a waste. Why not?
Okay. So you guys gather up your effects and exit out of the Emporium. Alabaster Hawks, you would be just coming back to town from an assignment. As the cart comes rolling into town from the north up towards Tribord Trail, you've managed to find in the last couple of weeks some easy assignments, some quick jobs kind of guarding these miners. You have learned that in the local hills to the east and a little bit to the north before getting to Neverwinter Wood, while there are definitely rich deposits of all sorts of metals and minerals and gems, things of that nature, there's also tribes of Uthgard barbarians that kind of roam in this area, and they like to call the hills their home. And Trouble has been found as not always this far to the west, but definitely further east, and you haven't really discovered any troubles yourself on any of the assignments you've gone on so far. But this kind of cantankerous old merchant, this old miner that you've come to meet, named Silas, has definitely told you a few stories about some of the encounters he's had in the deeper hills. And so as you kind of approach the center of town, you hop off the cart as he kind of continues on towards the Phandalin Miners Exchange. And as he's rolling away, he kind of over his shoulder tosses a small pouch, and you just deftly catch it in your hand, your payment for your duties serving as a guard for this trip. And as you're doing so, you kind of notice these two gnomes. And you've seen them around town before. You see them kind of exiting out the front of their building and kind of walking towards the town square, which you are kind of standing in now. Be over here near the Shrine of Luck. And as you're doing so, kind of just looking around for the moment, also approaching from the north, Lanariel, you find yourself walking into this quaint little town that just seems to be bustling with the activity of growth. Buildings going up, farms being planted. And you have heard that this town has been rebuilding over the last 3 or 4 years, but still showing that signs of, just expansive growth in the town. But you are not too familiar with anything as you come in. You kind of recognize just by the bustle that this seems to be some sort of a place where you could buy some provisions or something of that nature. As you kind of approach towards the middle of town here, you do recognize an inn on your left. And just ahead of you, you see what almost seems to be like a pile of rubble, a pile of stones. And it almost seems like they have been taken from some ruins nearby or from another place where, some more ancient kind of buildings had been created and where this rubble had kind of fallen from over the ages. Are you, do you have any skill in religion?
No.
Okay. So as you're kind
I
of...
have negative religion skill. Is that helpful?
Maybe. Maybe for comedic effect at some point, we'll find out. So as you're kind of approaching towards the center of this town, you do take note of this human man kind of standing there, and you see him kind of heft a small pouch and then just kind of deftly tuck it away. You just kind of notice it in his hand before he tucks it away. And Alabaster, as you do tuck this small pouch of coins away, you look up and you see this half-orc woman standing there and just kind of looking at you and just sort of in an appraising sort of in a way. Say anything?
Oh yeah. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? Welcome to Phandalin.
Thanks, I guess. What is this place? Phandalin?
It's a new boom town. People come here to strike it rich. You need a job, go see the town master. You need provisions, there's a little store up the road. You need a place to sleep, there's an inn to the left, down the road.
A job. That's like so cute. But an inn would be good.
Okay. And about this time, a couple of gnome gentlemen come strolling up through the center of town. And you guys do kind of, you are on your way to the town master's hall. Go ahead and roll a couple of perception checks real quick. Kellen and Jellen. I know who's the more perceptive of the two of you. Seems to be
Is that
Kellen.
still an advantage?
It's roll 2 is not advantage, exactly, right? Or are you doing advantage? I'm confused.
If it says advantage, I think it would be highlighted, but
Yeah.
if you just want to
Highlighted.
roll the 1, that'd be cool. But we'll take the 12 on that.
Roll the 1.
So as you're kind of
To be
walking
honest-
along, Jellen, I would assume talking about one of his fantastic ideas, you're kind of like, and you look over and you see this human, and you've noticed him in town before being a perceptive wizardly type. But you see him talking to this half-orc woman that you haven't seen in town before.
I nudged my brother. Hey, there's a new person in town. We should totally push our store on her. Right? Yeah?
Jellen looks over and like his glasses like come off his face when he sees her.
I don't think maybe we have business to attend to, and we don't need to go interfere in anybody else's going on. So maybe
He keeps just mumbling like that for ad nauseum.
I'm gonna smack you. Stop that.
I get weird. I get nervous. Okay, let's just go to the Alabaster.
Wait, seriously? After all the time we spent apart, you haven't gotten over that yet.
You know, Kellen,
What?
we go to the Alabaster.
It's been years.
So you guys
I'm
kind of
kinda-
you see these two gnomes kind of stop over just maybe 15 feet away from you and start kind of arguing back and forth near you guys.
Do you know them? Because they're watching us, and it's a little weird.
They're the two gnome brothers. They have a shop. I can't remember its name. It's long. Yeah, I don't usually pay them too much mind.
Just gonna stare at them while they fight back and forth.
Oh my God! I think she's looking at us.
Hold yourself together, man. It's just a female.
And you hear this last part of the conversation, Lanariel. This little gnome seems to be acting extremely awkward about your presence, and then you hear Kellen say it's just a female.
Okay. I mean, I'm cute, right? That's cool. Really? He's tiny. He's so little. Maybe that's what it is. He's probably scared because I'm so much taller than him. My axe is bigger than he is.
Hey, we are perfectly normal height for gnomes. You're the large one.
Kellen, let's just go.
I mean, yeah, I guess I am kind of tall for an elf and stuff.
Kellen, her ass is bigger than my whole body. Let's just go.
Hey, that's a bonus in some cultures. I've heard humans are attracted to that.
It's beautiful, but we have to go.
Are you sure we shouldn't talk? I mean, we're already here. Fine, we can go.
Jellen just starts robotically walking away towards the town master, trying to look natural, failing completely.
Lanariel is now looking at her own ass, just wait, is it big in a good way, or is it does it look not okay in these pants? Wait, is it how?
It wasn't actually coming at your figure. Also, it's the Boomsparkle Emporium. And I run after my brother. Stop walking like an idiot.
Alabaster's going to start walking towards the town master as well. See if there's any new job listings. Alabaster loves coin.
And you would know that would be the place to look. Okay. And are you going to tag along, Lanariel? The promise of coin?
I mean, it was also the promise of work, though. Like, ew.
Sure.
Fine.
Don't worry, I do very little work for my coin. I let everybody else do the work for them.
Oh, in that case, yeah, absolutely.
I could tell. Jellen and Kellen are going to be the guys that actually work on the project to get it done.
I'm going to be the guy who copies off the paper.
They're the rest of these guys are the team members that go hang out and do jello shots.
Wait, there are Jello shots? I'm in.
I mean, there could be. You're next to an inn. So you guys do walk up towards the town master's hall. And I don't know if you guys have clicked around on this map at all.
I have. It's really neat.
But if you click on that arrow that's right over the town master's hall, you will see that it says the town master's hall has sturdy stone walls, a pitched wooden roof, and a bell tower at the back. The job board next to the front door features a sparse number of notices, all written in common in the same hand. Go ahead and click that little token next to it.
I clicked the board before I clicked the arrow, and Foundry is gross. Gross in a good way.
Well, this is so cool.
I made that.
Wait, what were we clicking?
Right here. Just below that little mark there on the building. Yeah. So.
Oh god, there's notice board.
You guys, I did that in Photoshop. Yay!
Good job.
Well done.
You guys see,
seriously.
Using assets from Forgotten Adventures, you should go check out their stuff. It's super awesome. But I did the putting together part. So you guys see these jobs available, and you see that one of them is it says that it's for you know that nearby there is a ancient dwarven complex that has been abandoned for a long time. The gnomes specifically would have heard of this complex before. You know that there's another gnome village that used to exist in this mountain range that was at war with these dwarves, but both of those civilizations seem to have disappeared over the last 100+ years. As you can see, some dwarf prospectors have found this ancient dwarven ruin and have been down there doing some archaeological digging. And because of this white dragon that has come into the area, and all of you would have heard about this by this point, Alabaster, especially going out to the east, you would have definitely have heard about this thing. You would have probably even seen the shadow of this monster flying out hunting as its raids, its searching for territory has become a lot more prevalent over the last couple of weeks since you've been here. Obviously, the Boomsparkle brothers being from this mountain range, you guys would have heard about this dragon moving into the area and the destruction that it has already started to wreak just on the whole ecosystem. That being said, this thing is advising someone to possibly go and warn these dwarves about this dragon because of their remote location and being down in the earth. Perhaps they hadn't heard about this quite yet. And they are offering that 50 gold piece reward to go and warn these dwarves. There is also this adventure, this mission for Nomengard, which you guys obviously immediately recognize as being your hometown. And basically what this is asking for is to go and talk to the leadership of Nomengard and see if they can perhaps provide some sort of magical device or invention, perhaps, that could affect this dragon and perhaps, save the local towns and villages. And then, of course, there is the local midwife, Adabra Gwyn, who lives by herself in an old stone windmill. And this is just a few miles south of Phandalin. And with the dragon sightings becoming more common, a lot of the local elders feel like perhaps it's not so safe for her to be out there on her own. The Boomsparkle brothers, you guys would know that Adabra is known as more than just a local midwife. She is known to dabble in the brewing of, ointments and potions that seem to have some sort of medicinal or healing effect. She seems to be more than just what she is described as. And a lot of local legends and local the people here talk about her and what she can do. And they're offering a reward of 25 gold pieces to go and try and convince Miss Gwyn to leave her place and come back to Phandalin. But you guys don't see...
Once again.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna once again nudge my brother. Says, "This is easy. We should do this. I always wanted to talk to her, anyways."
Wait, what? What's happening?
The board, you idiot.
There's a board. Oh. What are you? Oh, okay. What are you? Oh. Yeah.
Those glasses are supposed to help you see, right?
Quiet. I'm reading.
Of course.
Ah, yes. I understand. What were you thinking of? Umbridge Hill, I think we might need to help Adabra. I'd rather not have her, get eaten by a dragon or something.
What about you, Mr. Alabaster? What are your thoughts on these jobs that are posted here?
Alabaster is sitting back listening to these guys talk because he's going to weasel his way in to joining where they decide to go. And knowing that they can just going to talk to a lady, that's easy coin. If they pick Gnome Garden, I figured we'd get free drinks and food while we're at their guy's home. I mean, no big deal. And how hard is it to go tell dwarfs, hey, there's a dragon out there for 50 gold? So he's literally just waiting for them to pick a job and way into it.
Lanariel is just kind of amazed they pay people this much money to do things that look so dull. You weren't kidding about you don't really have to do any work. What, I have to go for a walk and you'll give me 50 gold? That's pretty chill.
Hey, that walk is dangerous, okay? You not hear about the dragon? It says it on the board!
Dragon. Who cares? It'll be fine.
When we run into a dragon because you jinxed it, it will not be the same. Why am I saying we?
Hey, it would be really terrible if you ran
talking
into
to
a dragon. I'm not saying you should go find a freaking dragon.
Well, I mean, the dragon's gonna find us.
Whatever.
Again, why am I talking to you? Are you done reading yet?
Well, it
Maybe
seems
we should
like
talk
it.
to the townmaster about this weird note we got.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm gonna grab the one who was talking to the lady from the notes.
Okay. And Alabaster, you know that while these jobs are posted on this board, it is usually customary to, if you want to take the job, just to take the post down and then go inside the townmaster's hall. Someone breaking in your house?
It's okay, you gave them a thumbs up, so it's fine. They're allowed to take stuff.
So usually the process is to take down the notice or whatever, and then go inside the town master's hall to talk to him about the job.
Yeah. And when the little gnome took down the piece of paper, the job thing, Alabaster's gonna walk up to him and be like, "I see you found a job. Do you want a little help with that?"
I mean, what are your qualifications?
You've never heard of Alabaster Hawks?
I mean, I'm not saying I haven't heard of you. I just haven't paid much attention. You know magic? Because if you don't know magic, you're not hugely important.
Don't listen to him. It's not always about having to know that kind of, esoteric, mystical arts. More grounded, more maths, sciences. These are the things that are important to everybody, not just wizards in their towers and hiding away. My name
Hey, I don't have a tower.
Jellen. My name is Jellen Boomsparkles, and I am a local tinkerer, and I would love to speak with you on the amazing effects of artifice.
Alabaster goes,
No.
"Okay. Anytime you want to talk, you just talk. I will totally listen."
She's not going to listen. I've heard that tone before. Mom did that a lot. When I talked about magic.
This is good. I would love to speak with you on the many volumes on tinkering and mechano effects. But first, we have to go talk to the town master, not only about this job, but also about some other business that has come to our attention.
Okay. So as you guys move over towards the door, now suddenly a group looking at this job. Lanariel just kind of looking on and wondering, perhaps, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, who are these people and how do they even exist?
And why do I keep following along with them?
At this point, though, I guarantee she is 100% certain that whatever these gnomes go do, they are going to get killed. If not because of a dragon, because they're going to annoy someone into murdering them.
They might need a protector. So, as you guys go around, and you kind of step to the side here, and you, of course, see the door to the town master's hall. As you go to try the door, you find that it's locked, which seems to be very odd for midday.
Okay, like, is it actually locked, or are you guys just, like, not strong enough to open it?
I take offense to that. I am plenty strong. I can open the goddamn door.
Can I just try to pick him up by the back of his, like, robe?
Yes.
Don't you do it.
Jellen
Every
is
time.
doing everything in his power to look completely away from Lanariel.
Okay.
Kellen, don't just look away. She's trying to hold me.
At 11?
Wow, that was bad.
Where's my acrobatic?
13.
Damn.
13.
So you feel her hand reaching up and grabbing at the back of your robes.
Duck and cover! I roll out the way.
All right. As you kind of skip out of the way to the side, you miss your grasp at him, Lanariel.
Wily little things.
That's right.
Before Alabaster does anything, and it's odd that the door's locked during the day. Can I hear anything going on inside that might be like dangerous?
Roll a
Like
perception check. Or investigation. You don't really hear. You don't really hear all that much going on in there. It
Sorry.
seems to be weirdly silent, like I said, for this time of day.
So, with not hearing anything that sounds like I won't get in trouble for doing it, Alabaster will not try to pick this lock in front of other people.
Is that
Jellen knocks on the door.
okay?
There is now officially one whole brain cell between us, guys.
Hey, I will try not to get manhandled.
So as you bang, bang, bang loudly, knocking on the door, you wait a few moments, and there doesn't seem to be an answer.
Huh. That's... I don't know what's going on.
It's weird, right? I mean,
Well,
it's midday. They're normally there. Maybe we should check around back. Is there back in there? It's been a while.
Did you say that there was like another group in here as well?
Another group?
no.
Why not?
I think
People
he- I
like
think he
looking
meant
at
us.
the board and stuff, or just us?
No.
Okay.
At the moment, it was just you guys kind of looking at the board there.
Can you describe this door in a little more detail? Are there cracks or slats or a keyhole or something that like I might be able to poke something through?
There is definitely a keyhole.
Okay, I would like to use magical tinkering, and I just take some gears and little pieces out of pockets in the front of my apron. I pick up a couple of rocks. I put them together, and I make a little, looks like a little ball, little globe, small marble, and I push it through the keyhole. And when I hear it hit the ground, it rolls for a little bit, and then it opens up like a shell, and then a tiny little version of me is in there going,
Hey! 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 Hey!
Okay.
How did this thing get like more annoying?
See, this is what I mean by he has toys.
It's true. So as this thing kind of standing in the middle of the room, obviously making this noise and drawing a lot of attention, you're going to try and like peek through the peek hole or the keyhole and see if you see anything, or
yeah, I'll do that.
okay. You do manage to kind of get a glimpse of the inside. You kind of see your toy sitting in the middle of this space, but you don't see anyone coming to investigate, and you don't hear any kind of movement or noise other than this little critter, which eventually I imagine winds down with some sort of a clockwork mechanism that starts going.
Well, that would have gotten somebody's attention, so I don't think anybody's home.
Just to point out, when my thing winds down, it's magic and it doesn't go in weird lower tones that creep people out.
Because the higher tone was so much better.
Yes! I mean, okay, look, I may argue with him, but my brother has a fine voice. Don't you dare take offense to that.
Okay.
Well, it appears that nobody's home. No jobs be doing right now. So, how about we get drinks at the end?
Oh, yeah, we can get drinks at the end. Are you buying? Because, I mean, if you're buying, I'm down to get a drink.
So you Boomsparkle brothers do know that Harbin Wester's home is not too far away.
Maybe we should pay the town master, Mr. Wester, a visit. Maybe he's just at home. Maybe he's not feeling well. Maybe something else is going. Maybe he moved his office and he's working remotely. I hear there's a pandemic going on in some places.
Yeah, the pandemic's called a fucking dragon.
That's a good one.
We could try his home, and then it's drinks if he's not there.
Oh, thank God. I was about to slap you. You know, you almost got us out of free drinks.
Okay. So
All
you
right, follow
guys
us.
start making your way down the road to the east, and you eventually.
I'm walking extra slowly so I don't start outpacing these gnomes.
Okay.
Is she still following us? Is she still following us right now, Kellen?
It's our magnetic charm, man.
It's the free drink.
So as you get a little bit further down the road to the east, you see Harbin Wester's home as you come around the bend there. And as you come up to the front door, you can see that it looks like a couple of extra locks have been added to this door since the last time you paid a visit to Mr. Wester.
Oh, I think he finally took your advice about upgrading on security.
Finally, I mean, I didn't think it would actually hinder us, though.
I mean, this doesn't hinder us. We can get to those blocks if we wanted to. But the nice thing to do would be to knock on the door.
Precisely.
Tap, tap, tap.
Okay. So you don't hear anything at first, and then after a second, you hear almost like a cup being set down too loud, and then you hear this. So like cursing almost under the breath.
I hear you cursing! I hear you! It's Jellen and Kellen!
You hear like a bang of the table. What? Nobody's here! Go away!
Nobody else will be able to hear you! Think!
What do you want?
Why aren't you at the town hall?
You go ahead, Kellen.
Why aren't you at the town hall? It's midday. Why is it locked?
Well, you can't go around outside when there's dragons. Why are you mad? Yeah, I know who I'm talking to. Of course you're mad.
We are not crazy,
We
okay?
are not, for the 72nd time I've been counting, we are not crazy.
Cold enthusiasm.
Nobody in their right mind
brilliant.
just... There's just dragons flying around, and why would anybody just wander around out there when there's just a dragon could just swoop down and eat you at any time? It's ridiculous.
The chances are low. It sticks to the upper regions, right?
Townmaster Harbin Wester. You're the townmaster. You have to be out here helping us.
What do you want?
You got a weird note. Did he send it?
Weird? What about what?
Actually, what is the note about? I wasn't paying attention.
It is the authorization for you guys. You guys have been pestering this townmaster for months, probably close to a year, trying to open up your establishment so you could begin selling your wares to the fine folk of Phandalin, and finally open up the Boomsparkle's Emporium of magnificent inventions and wondrous magical effects. And it seems as though you guys finally got this written authorization.
Jellen just slides it underneath the door.
Is this real? Did you send this? We need confirmation. Where's your notary?
You see that the corner of it, as you were sliding under, kind of like sat there for a second, then all of a sudden gets snatched up from the other side of the door. And you say, "What? What is this? I did not write this. I would never. Why? Who? What? Where did you get this?"
Open the door, please.
You hear it. Well, there's a pause for a few moments, and then finally you hear it click, 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 and then of this bar being moved, and finally the door just creaks over. Just a little bit, and you see Harbin Wester standing inside, and you recognize him. He's a very a wiry sort of a man, and he was always kind of he was kind of skittish a little bit, but he always had that kind of mean person streak of iron to him. But you see that he just kind of seems to be in disarray, this state of disarray, and his hair is all wild, and his eyes just kind of look wild as well. And as he stares out at you, he's just kind of got this aura of, like, just this fear about him.
Mr. Wester, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I told you, there's a dragon.
Okay, but ponder on this. Do you think these locks are gonna stop a dragon?
It's gonna keep me safer in here than being out there.
I mean,
What do you want?
what did the note? We wanted to, because we're honest gnomes. We came to you to get confirmation. We could have just set up shop.
Well, you can't set up shop without an official seal. There's no seal on this document.
Exactly. That's why we're here. Please seal the document so we can get to work.
Also, job thing. There's. I hold up the job notice. Also, the notice board. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what's going on with Adabra? What's going on?
There's a dragon! Everybody needs to be notified of the dragon's presence here. They all need to come to town. We need to hunker down. We need to buy up all of the food. Don't you know?
No, we know there's a dragon, but you realize that the normal process of us taking jobs on the notice board is to go into the town hall, tell you I want to do the job, go out do the job, come back and tell you that we did the job, and we get paid. If you're not in the town hall, we can't do the job.
Exactly.
I'm just like more confused by the idea that you think everyone should be in one place. If a dragon attacks, doesn't it make it easier for the dragon to kind of just eat everyone? Like, you basically just gave it a buffet.
Actually, she has a fair point.
Who are you?
That's also another good question. Actually, who are you?
I'm Lanariel. It doesn't matter who I am, okay? I have a good point, and you should pay attention to that.
Why do you talk like that?
The elves that raised me talk like this, so that's rude.
No comment.
Does she know she's not an elf?
I am a half-elf.
Don't look at me.
You should not be judging people, Mr. Wester.
I only judge the mad who do not hide from this dragon. I don't care about anything else. Take your written notice. I don't care. Tell everyone. You'll get your gold when you come back.
And
Okay,
and
so
the
a little
shop.
seal after the notice is a little seal so that we can start, maybe creating things that will help defend the town against the dragon.
Wait, so you guys live in a town where this guy's in charge?
He's not normally this paranoid. I mean, normally he's actually got
Like,
a little bit of steel in his back, but I guess dragon fear is the thing.
He just doesn't say anything, and he just kind of closes the door just a little bit, so you can only see like his eyes through a crack.
The seal, dude, the seal.
The seal!
I don't have it here. It's in the main hall, and I'll not be going over there anytime soon.
Give us the
Okay,
key
give
so
us
we
the
can get
key.
the seal. Yeah, what he said.
Noted.
What he said.
No, well, perhaps maybe if you do something useful with yourselves, I'll give you your key upon your return.
I mean, that's a fair deal.
Quid pro quo. I understand.
I don't know what that means, but is it a deal?
Yes.
Deal.
I don't know why I'm agreeing to this. Last thing we need is another long-winded named business in this town.
Yeah, well, you can shorten it to Boomsparkle's Emporium.
It's a
have
perfectly
to.
acceptable length for a name of a great place like we're gonna make.
Just be away with you then.
All right, we'll be back.
Shake on it!
And then he puts his hand through the crack in the door.
Before, as you're extending your hand out, you have to snatch it back real quick as he slams the door shut. You hear from inside.
I don't think this guy understands how dragons work. Like, it's gonna, like, breathe fire on him, and then its whole house is gonna be lit up in flames, and then, like, he's not even gonna be able to get out with all those locks. Like, you
Well,
guys really trust this guy?
I mean, to be honest, it depends on the dragon when it comes to flames. They shoot different things. Not shoot, but breathe. Breathe different things.
I don't trust him. I just trust his coin.
So he always pays.
Oh, yes, he always pays.
You know, seriously, like, before this whole dragon thing, he was sort of a mean dick. Like, honestly, like, like, less like when you're old and don't give a shit, more of just being a general dick.
That's a fair distinction.
I was about to say, I know a lot of those people.
I was gonna say I fall into the former.
Like, I am that person.
I'm just once you hit 40, man, your fucks given just drop through the floor. I'm just telling you. Anyway, so you guys kind of take this information, and as this door is kind of slammed in your face, you kind of head back towards the inn. Is it drinks then?
Is it drinks or is it work?
I mean, yeah, no, I think we should probably go warn the lady, do the work thing.
The faster
also-
we warn her, the faster we can get our seal.
True.
So let's just make sure we understand ourselves. We do this job. You guys get the seal to open your business, and me and the lady get the gold, right?
Wait, she's coming with us?
She's coming with
She's
Anyone
new to
with
the
a bigger
area.
axe?
bigger ass.
I don't really see any strong weapons on any of you.
I don't need weapons. I'm the master of the arcane. And I'm gonna use prestidigitation to have sparks just fly out of his hands.
Can I just try and like shove him forcefully just to prove how weak he is to anything physical?
I mean, you do what you gotta do.
Well, big things can come in small packages.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay. And are you gonna try and dodge this again?
Oh yeah, no, I don't like being manhandled.
She's picking on you.
Aha!
They are quick.
That woman, stop trying to touch me.
Okay. So you definitely are able to dodge out of the way as she's kind of giving you this shove. Not enough to knock anyone off balance or anything like that, but it's the second time she's tried to put hands on a gnome. So as you guys kind of start walking back towards the center of town here, you suddenly notice this figure standing over by the job board. And from behind, all you can really see is that he is wearing a full set of chainmail. And he seems to have what looks to be a warhammer on his hip. And he's got a shield on his back. And all you can really see from behind is some long blonde locks of hair. And you just see this figure kind of standing and reading over these notices on the job board.
I mean, what?
Oh, I'll say Alabaster's gonna whisper over to the lady. Just be like, see, we should add this person to our group too. Less work for us, but the same amount of gold.
Yeah, but how do we get the same amount of gold if we're adding another person? Those
never
two
saw
get
any-
something.
I saw nothing on the sign that said, split. It just says 25 gold.
I really like the way you think.
In another life, I could have been a lawyer.
What's a lawyer?
Oh, come on, they gotta have lawyers in every world.
Sadly. Sad but true. Okay. So, as you guys do kind of approach a little bit, you see this figure suddenly turn, kind of look over his shoulder, and you see kind of a grizzled face, kind of an unkempt beard. Looks like he's a little bit dirty, even like he just got off the road.
Alabaster will go up to him and just be like, are you looking for work, good sir?
Might be that. Who's doing
Well-
the asking then?
Oh, the name's Alabaster Hawks, treasure hunter extraordinaire. And these are my friends, you could say. We're mostly just business associates.
A treasure hunter, aye. Does that go for the
I've
rest
been
of you
called
then?
worse.
I'm just trying to get a seal.
I mean, we're trying to get a seal.
Correct.
Also, who
Seal.
said we were at another party person?
A seal for
I was
what?
not consulted. Emporium.
Ah, excuse me, this is so rude of us. I am Jellen, and this is Kellen. We're the Boomsparkle brothers. We plan on opening up a wondrous place of inventions and mostly inventions, and we need a seal for this to be official. Nice to meet
Really?
you. What's your
Really?
name?
That's what we're gonna do? Mostly inventions?
Mostly inventions. What's your name?
That's right.
Oi, my name's Delmere. Been a mercenary for some time now. Just looking for a little bit of coin.
This is perfect. We have a job to do soon, but we were gonna go get drinks if you'd like to join us.
Are we getting drinks to do the job first?
I thought we were doing the job first.
I really don't know if you can even like take any of those jobs because like that dude's holed up in his house like a big old baby. Like he's all scared of a flying lizard. It's real dumb.
Okay, dragons are not lizards. It's a dragon. She means a dragon. Don't think it's a tiny flying lizard. Those things are real, but there's a difference between a flying lizard and a dragon.
I have been traveling for a very long time, and like I have not seen a single dragon.
That doesn't mean they don't exist.
I'm not saying they are real.
Then what are you saying?
That
She's saying she's not afraid.
Nothing?
I mean, he's scared of a very real thing. People have seen it.
I mean, I've seen its shadow, but it's just a shadow.
Shadows are normally connected to things, okay? It's just not like you're gonna fly over and be nothing but a shadow.
No, what I mean is it didn't attack our little group of travelers, so it might not want to attack us to eat. It's probably looking for simple things like, you know, sheep or elk or nose.
Or, I mean, he could have just already eaten. And you got lucky.
Oh, the dragon's real enough, it is. I've seen a shadow.
Witnessed it?
I've seen a shadow.
Have you witnessed its actual physical form? A shadow can be replicated in various ways. I was actually thinking of an invention myself that would show holograms so it would trick people if you ever needed the distraction to get by or something of that like.
I could just do a cantrip.
Have you ever heard a scream so loud it'll make puddles in your shorts, lad?
No, I can't say that I have.
Have you ever felt dragon fear?
Nope, can't say that I have.
No. No.
I don't want to. I'll end up like the town mayor guy.
It's real enough, it is. This dragon, I heard of its passing. Coming down towards Phandalin. Cryovane, its name is.
That's a really cool name.
That is a cool name.
We should patent it. You should make something that does ice stuff and patent it.
What kind of dragon is it?
I mean, with a name like Cryovane, it's gotta be white.
You would think because of cryogenics, yes, it would have some sort of a frosting ability, but we must make sure.
True.
I don't know half of what you just said.
They just want to know what color the dragon is.
Rumors tell it's a white, of course.
That checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Breath like icy death.
But a dragon does have a lair, and a lair has treasure.
You get that out of your head right now. That's a death sentence.
Well, hold on. Maybe there is treasure. The dragons are sentient. They're sentient creatures. Maybe they might even have ancient treasure. Maybe he has some black powder or some smoke powder from somewhere. I don't know.
Jellen, we are not going anywhere near a goddamn dragon's lair. Anytime soon.
A little bit.
I
But
will
first things
pull
first.
I feel like it's probably a little bit too strong. for the
I agree with
likes
him.
of us.
Oh, I ain't saying we go into his lair now, but eventually when it's flying about and it's ignoring us, that lair is wide open.
Maybe. It could have many.
You're a brave lad to wish to sneak into a dragon's lair.
Anyway, anyways,
There are
back
worse
on
ways to
topic.
die.
Back on topic. Are you not looking for work? And if you are looking for work, what are your qualifications? Are you part of a mercenary company?
Yes. I've worked as a mercenary. Mostly as a medic. It's my profession.
Okay, he's hired.
Again, I whisper over to the lady, look, a healer, even better for us.
I've been sent by my order.
Whose name is?
Well, you may have heard of the maimed god.
I have.
The one-handed Tyr. The god of justice.
Alright, I approve of this guy. He's cool.
Have I actually heard of this god?
I would say that you had heard of Tyr. You know that he was destroyed a number of years ago before the spell plague. But you have heard rumors of his resurrection after the spell plague ended. And you wouldn't really have heard too much beyond that.
Tyr, one of the Pantheon gods who was affected by the spell plague from years back.
I seem to know quite a bit, little gnome.
Again, we're perfectly normal size for gnomes. Cut out the little shit. She already did that.
They also never shut up about what they know.
That is not true. I was quiet for a good 5 minutes and walked over to the mayor's house.
4 minutes, 47 seconds. I counted.
You're counting that.
Well, of course.
I mean, bookkeeping is important. Really, really important. Taxes are a bitch.
Well, I've been sent by my clergy to, well, kind of looks around at you all, like each in turn for a moment. Let's just say not all treasure is gold, gems.
Oh yeah, there's magical items all the time. Awesome things. Things that I want. Things that I need. Oh, and scrolls. Scrolls are a thing too.
He just kind of nods, but he doesn't say anything beyond that.
Well, you're never gonna get your magic and your scrolls if all you do is stay in town. So, adventuring might be your thing.
Hey, I was the guy who took the job board notice that's gonna lead us outside of town. I am not afraid to leave the town. I am not the mayor.
No, but your brother over there seems to be a little afraid of things.
Well, I'm cautious, but I do believe there's a certain amount of danger for you to make any sort of real progress in any line of work. So I think it would behoove us to travel to Umbridge Hill, just a few miles south of Phandalin, to try to ward an Abra and perhaps get our money and, more important, our seal.
Yeah, we're doing that.
But
Wait,
we ain't doing that on an
gonna be
empty
able to
stomach.
Talk to Adabra, because, he freaks out about me.
But no, Deborah is the chick we're gonna go warn who lives in the...
I'm fully aware. My point is that your brother there can't seem to handle even so much as looking at, a woman. So...
I'll do the talking when it comes to...
how is he gonna... Oh, okay. Oh, God, is that better or worse, though?
What do you mean? You've been trying to put hands on me since we met.
Not in that way.
You say that, but you're real grabby.
You are far too small. You might be okay sized for a gnome, but literally my axe is bigger than you.
That means nothing. Okay?
It means a little something.
I know I've been on the road here for a long time, and I don't really feel like setting off on the road again without a little ale to quench my thirst, if y'all don't mind.
Oh yes, we should go get some food and drinks.
Right. Okay, I'm cool with that. But hurry up. I mean, like 1 or 2 drinks. Don't go crazy with it. We got a job to do, and we're losing daylight. And I want my seal.
I would never let the gnome drink more than 2.
You do not control
Kellen, I know exactly where you're going with this, Kellen. He is not challenging you, okay? That is not a challenge.
I don't know. Sounds like a challenge.
No.
Wait, hold on. We're getting off track here. 1 drink, but you do not control how many I drink. I'll prove it later.
Oh, God.
Okay. So as you guys start making your way over towards Stonehill Inn, you guys do, obviously, Alabaster, Jellen, Kellen, you guys have more than likely been in this establishment since your time here. For Delmere and Lanariel, this will be a new place. You can see that it is a modest two-story roadhouse, and those of you that have been in here before would know that there are rooms for rent on the upper level. You know that it is run by a gentleman named Tobias Vane and his family. He has his two daughters, Rasnia Vane and Bella Vane, as well as, and then they also have a staff cook and a bouncer as well. As you guys enter into the Stonehill Inn, you actually don't see Tobias in there, but as you enter in, you see this form standing near the doorway, and just kind of with a bored sigh, stands up to this 7'2" height of this huge muscled form of this half-orc. And you see him looking down at you. He says, will it just be the four of you then? In a very...
That would be 5, my good sir.
Oh, yes, of course. And see you coming in the back there. And you hear him talking with a very refined voice, a very refined accent. Not at all guttural, as you would expect.
Okay, and they think I talk strange?
I mean, I know him.
Interesting. You speak with the dialect of the Eladrin. Did you spend time among them?
I mean, like, yeah. I kind of, like, they're my family?
Interesting indeed. Glad to see that I am not the only one that wishes to push aside what many people commonly think of our kind.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not pushing aside anything. I didn't know any other orcs growing up. Like, it was just me and a whole bunch of elves.
Typically, we're looked upon as savages and beasts.
Yeah, well, like, people are dumb.
Something
I mean, that
don't.
tracks.
Wait, the savages or that people are dumb? And she just, like, glares down at him.
You see this half-orc also glaring at you, Kellen Boomsparkle. After you say
What?
this.
Hey, you just said it. All I'm doing is confirming.
Not
mean
all
the
of us are savages.
He was talking about the people being dumb. He believes himself higher because he practices of an archaic form of magic, but he was not making any sort of reference to orcs or a race that is so tall and big.
Do I know this half-orc's name?
You do know his name is Guglug. And you, the Boomsparkle brothers, you guys have seen, this half-orc before. You have met him briefly before. He's always pretty much given off this air of just kind of being bored with being here in the first place, and definitely super over people judging him for being a half-orc.
Yep. Because he takes offense at all small things. I confirmed that I think people are dumb, and he's just like, oh, you said some bad shit about savages and about orcs. That's not what I was going for.
You have to pay attention. You have to listen to other people when they talk. They made a very sensitive reference to the savagery of orcs a moment ago, and there was a little bit of confusion, but talking and teaching, these are the things we need to do. Good luck, my good man. Do you have any seltzer?
Rasnia. And you see him just kind of turn and sits back down. And he pulls his book up off of this little table that's next to the stool that he was sitting next to. And glancing at the spine of it, Kellen, you immediately recognize these arcane runes going down the spine of this book. And he just kind of sits there, flips a page, kind of looks up at the lot of you. Will that be all then? He looks back down.
I mean, what book you reading?
This is a book of learned art.
And arcane runes, as the spine says.
Indeed. It's from my teaching at the Arcanist Academy.
I did not know you went to the academy. We gotta talk more.
Surprised that a half-orc can use magic.
Damn it, that is not what I'm getting at.
I mean, the elves kind of wouldn't teach me it.
I mean, if you want to learn...
From the elves I've met, it's not too surprising that they would have this attitude towards one of our kind. Disappointing, but not unexpected. Rasnia will take care of you. And he just, at this point...
talk to you about that book.
At this point, he just pointedly looks away from the lot of you and into his book again.
Alabaster's gonna give him a gold coin and tell him to get a drink and a meal on me, my good friend. And just walk in.
He just nods. And as you guys walk further into this establishment, let me do this real quick. It's so quiet all of a sudden. My goodness.
I know I can hear myself again.
I'm scared.
So, a little more on the nose. So as you guys enter into the Stonehill Inn, you do hear the din of a few folks in here and just kind of hanging out. Tends to be busy around the lunch hour, and being the only real food establishment in town, it's definitely quite popular. Immediately, Rasnia sees you guys as you enter. Says, "Oh, Jellen, Kellen, well, hello, dearies. Come on in, grab yourselves a table." "Oh, Alabaster, you're back from another assignment, I see."
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
"Oh, welcome back, dearie. And who might you be?" And she kind of looks over at you, Lanariel.
I'm Lanariel. I'm new here, I guess. I don't know. This feels suspiciously like school with how much I'm introducing myself.
"Well, of course you're new here, dearie. Always nice to see a beautiful face such as yours. Well, have yourselves a seat. What would you like to have? Would you like yourselves a nice ale this afternoon?"
I would.
Yes, just bring a couple brands over to the table. And some,
And a nice seltzer or a milk.
and give the child some milk.
Of course,
Yeah,
sweet.
not
Do you-
sure.
Do you offer a kids menu?
You donate a kid's menu. That's offensive. I'm offended on his behalf. Just because he doesn't drink does not make him a child. Okay, milk is healthy for you.
I mean, I could drink. It's just that I prefer seltzer. It's bubbly, it's effervescent, and I like it.
Yeah, of course, you can have whatever you like, dearie. And she leans down and she gives you a nice little pat on the cheek. And she makes her way off to the back. I want to become famous. Big follows, guys. So she does make her way to the back, and after a few moments, she goes through this back door that's in the back, and you see another a woman in. Wow, we're just got all the big famous in the house. So she makes her way over to the back door and goes through that. You do see Bill kind of over in this prepping area. It's kind of another area inside the main inn where they kind of keep stuff that's ready to be served. And you see Bella kind of over there serving up some plates. She kind of takes them out to some of the patrons as you guys are kind of finding your seat. Through the back of the doorway, You just kind of faintly hear this. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and just cook it all up now. I just don't even want it, but just gonna do the thing, I guess. And it's just kind of this faint, kind of grumbling, mumbling voice that you hear through the back door. And a few moments later, you just see Raznia kind of come through the doorway again, just kind of rolling her eyes, like, just seems semi-exasperated. And so, as she comes over, she kind of goes over and gets you guys the drinks that you ordered, sets some ales down in front of most of you, and of course sets down that sparkling seltzer water in front of Mr. Jellen.
Thank you very much.
You guys are awesome. So she brings some stuff out for you, hands the drinks down, and says, well, you guys going to be having anything to eat then, dearie?
Oh, yes. Could you bring a couple chickens and some potatoes, please?
Of course, of course. Anything for you, the Boomsparkle brothers?
Same thing.
Just
Nothing for me. The seltzer's quite fine.
You thought I was going to eat a couple of chickens?
And for you, dearie?
I mean, I kind of think that, like, he ordered enough for, like, everybody. I know I'm big, but, like, I don't eat multiple chickens in one sitting. And it's a little weird.
Really?
It's weird that you don't eat chickens.
No, it's a little weird that you would think that after he ordered multiple chickens that, like, we want more food.
Well, just trying to upsell a little bit, dearie. It's me, Joe. And she kind of chuckles a little bit as well and walks over towards the bar area. And so as you guys are sitting here kind of waiting for this food to arrive, see Dell just kind of looking around at the lot of you as well then. What was it that was offered as a prize then? The reward for this job?
25 gold pieces. To warn a lady to come back to town.
Really
25
simple.
gold, huh?
It
Just
was
tell
not
us-
explicitly stated whether that was 25 gold per person or split amongst whoever brings her in. I'm more concerned with another deal we made with the townmaster.
What deal would that be then?
Simple authorization to open up our establishment, which would be a great boon to Phandalin.
An
It's not
establishment then, yeah? What you be selling then?
Oh my guy, how much time do you have?
Well, I've got
Dragon's
myself
gonna eat
a...
us all before he's done talking.
Got myself a nice ale to brew over here. Go ahead and let me at it.
Well, my good sir, how much do you know about the magic of artifice?
And or magic.
Is it magic or is it not magic?
Both! We are the Boomsparkles brothers, and we plan on opening the Boomsparkles Emporium of fantastic inventions and wondrous magical fruit. So,
Facts.
once we have our Emporium open, we're gonna take in customers, we're gonna be teaching, we're gonna be providing all sorts of wondrous miracles to the town that maybe will help provide a sense of security to the whole of Phandalin in the wake of this dragon issue. I'm very good at making, right now, just a couple of small little tinker tool things, but soon enough, I'll get my hands on some black powder. Have you heard of black powder? Do you have any smoke powder?
Black powder.
Yes, they have some in Waterdeep. The Lanariel that have some before the smoke plague caused a cataclysm across the island, and a lot of it was blown up, and a lot of people died. But the knowledge is still out there. I know it is. It's called smoke powder in Waterdeep. I just need a little bit, and I can replicate its effects.
He talks like this until somebody shuts him
Smoke
up.
powder. The only thing I know about smoke powder is the damage it can cause.
We're careful though. We're good. He's gonna be careful. I'll watch over and have
Of
protection.
course, there's a little bit of danger with any sort of scientific accomplishment, but that's the point of experimentation. And I take every precaution
What science?
in my experimentation.
Really? Wait, you don't know what science is? I mean,
This is the point where Jellen would start taking out books and maps and schematics and gears and tools, everything that he's carrying on him, and he starts explaining everything he knows about science, artifice, math.
and I'll chime in with the science part. Like anything artifice, I leave to him, but I'll chime in with about the general knowledge stuff.
There's all sorts of little like mechanical, like birds and horses and just things that just roll around and things that just seem to don't do anything but just whir and chirp on the table. And he's talking a mile a minute.
He kind of looks over at Alabaster and Lanariel, and pretty easy to get these two wound up, didn't I?
Well, if you want to wind up, you should think about my clock device. You have to wind up everything when you're ready to go.
It's harder to get them to wind down. I wonder if I just accidentally spilled something.
So basically what you're saying is you're opening up a magic shop then.
Well, it's more than pure magic. Magic is almost an ethereal practice. I plan on grounding these miracles so that anyone can use them. Not just, those hermits cloistered in their towers somewhere.
Hey, it's not just hermits cloistered in the tower. It's effort and dedication, okay? Instead of making everything available to the masses who are idiotic most of the time, as I look at the guy who doesn't know what science is, real quick, you gotta put in work. Don't belittle the fact that I spent years studying the arcane to get where I am today. You spent years tinkering. Stop trying to make it, like taking away from all our effort here.
I would not belittle the effort you put into your shortcut methodology of causing effects.
Shortcut? I swear to them is fighting words.
I've seen some of the magics wizards can conjure up fireballs and the like. You want to give that power to just anyone then?
With a certain measure of control, having these abilities available to everyone would give us the security I mentioned earlier to defend ourselves against something like Cryovane.
Or plunge us all into chaos when humans go nuts with it and start fireballing everybody in a 20-mile radius.
Safety measures will be put in place. You have to be able to trust people.
I mean, really? You really want to trust some random guy who walks by? I mean, think of bandits. You want bandits with fireballs?
If we can trust old men with books and scrolls that can summon gods down to stomp out things, then we can trust people with a little bit of fireworks.
Hey, not every scroll. Hey, scrolls are a thing that not everybody can actually just use. It takes some finesse, okay? Your inventions, what you're talking about, is giving easy access to the masses, which I think will be chaos incarnate.
You only think of the dangerous things. Think about all of the benefits having these abilities, having these wondrous inventions could provide.
What I wouldn't do to be able to cast a fireball like right now, on all of us.
Exactly.
No, exactly. That puts us in danger, Jellen. The entire time in danger. That is not a good thing.
You'll see. I'll show you all. I'll make something so great, everybody will finally understand what I'm talking about.
In all my travels on the lands of Toro, I can only say that there aren't many men that I would want to have easy access to something as strong as destructive as a fireball.
See? Work and dedication. You trust them because they put the work behind it.
You design countermeasures to each of these things, and you're only thinking of the negative effects of artifice.
I haven't met that many wizards that I would like to trust with a fireball either, to be fair.
I'm offended by that, okay?
While
Not our
this
fault,
conversation's
we came
going on, Alabaster's gonna slide a hand and take the Tinker's seltzer and replace it with L.
Okay, go ahead and roll. We're getting Jellen drunk.
This would use your passive.
Well, he'll get one sip in before he notices, but still, that one sip's gonna be real funny.
Oh, that's horrible when I have a +7.
It's not good.
My passive perception is 11, so
you see
that.
your seltzer glass sliding across the table.
Jellen keeps talking, keeps explaining the benefits of artifice and of invention in science and math. And while not looking at the seltzer glass moving away, he flicks a gloved hand out, and a mechanical part of his glove shoots out on a wire and grabs his seltzer. And he reels it back in, grabs his seltzer, and keeps going on with the conversation. Takes another swig.
Just go gadget hand?
Go gadget mecha hand, which is his version of mage hand.
Yes.
Well, it seems like you keep your wits about you while you talk. That is good.
Of course, you always have to keep your head on a swivel.
Because, yeah, that was a test, not just your intent to just force my brother to get drunk, right?
Oh, of course, everything in life is a test.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think it might have been good for a laugh or two. It's all in good fun, oi?
Yeah.
So what have you all heard about this dragon, then?
Big, scary, possibly white, and likes to roam around destroying shit.
I've heard it's new in the area.
That too.
That means things will be coming down off the mountains. Displaced from their homes.
Oh, no, that's true. Migratory kind
And
of.
he, almost starts looking at Lanariel, but then, you could tell that he catches himself and kind of doesn't look at her as he's saying this.
I'm just gonna see him do that. Gonna wait and be like, "So you think orcs are coming down, right?"
I guess that was a bit obvious. Oh, sorry, love.
Well, I mean, she's a half elf, so I mean, it doesn't count.
What are those quotes for?
Oh crap! You know what quotes are?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I thought I was gonna slide right over the head. Apparently, it didn't work. I'm sorry.
All right. That sounded like a frog in my ear.
I thought so too.
Okay, it's me. Everybody heard it.
Okay, good. I was like, is there a frog in here? All right. On that note, I think it is a good time to go ahead and take that 8 o'clock break. We are going to be right back here. Go ahead and grab drinks and do all that restroom stuff if you need to, and we'll be right back here in 2 and 2. See you guys in a minute. We did it. We made it back. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys. So as you guys are kind of sitting here and kind of discussing this dragon and the impact that it has had on the local area, was there a horse inside the inn just now? Because that's all right.
I think maybe we were hearing someone ride by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right by the door
so.
or the window.
Same person who carried the
Tiny
frog.
horse is on the table. Remember? There's
Apparently
tiny
they have a
horse-
frog in their pocket.
Hey, now the frog is probably someone's familiar.
It's this guy. Kellen's gonna get a frog familiar. He's like, check out my beautiful owl I'm summoning, and it shows up as a frog.
That would be.
And it just rippets at him periodically and brings him eyes.
I can't fuck with you like that? That wouldn't be fun.
I mean, you can. I'll be disappointed in character, but you can. I mean,
Hey,
I
man.
will give you the freedom to do that.
The original Monterey was a mounted knight cavalier type dude, and he was supposed to ride this great horned owl into battle, and instead he got a pig. Then he had to ride a pig into battle, while all the other mouse knights got to ride owls into battle. So, I want to hear
I
that.
mean, don't knock a pig. I've been a halfling knight And my pig's name was Bridget.
When you're the only knight that rides a pig. Anyway, so as you guys are discussing this dragon to kind of, meandering into talking about the town and whatnot, Bresnia does make her way over with this food, and she sets a chicken down in front of Alabaster, sets a chicken down in front of Lanariel, and a chicken down in front of Dell, and then sets another chicken down in between the two Boomsparkle brothers. And then
You sure don't want to eat?
starts filling out these other platters with vegetables and potatoes, a nice bread, the trencher of butter, a couple pitchers of ale. Can I get anything else for you then, dearies?
I mean, what have you heard about the dragon?
Oh, I've only heard that it's just a terrible beastie. I've heard lots of stories from people coming into the town, of course. Lots of miners coming in from the hills and talking about seeing its shadow and hearing the roar of its, terrible presence, of course. All right, do you mean to go do something about it?
Oh, nope. Nope.
Well, maybe eventually. Maybe when we've gathered enough knowledge and enough weaponry, maybe we could all come together and try to take care of this dragon blight upon the land.
That's far down the road.
I feel like perhaps it should be, loves. I wouldn't wish for anyone to go and face a dragon. You'd have to be a very brave hero.
I mean, don't get us wrong. We're very brave. We're just not stupid. There's a difference.
Yes, well, you're right about that, of course. Can I get anything else for you?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Please enjoy your chicken, darling.
Will do.
She makes her way towards the back as you guys are hanging out. And as you guys start eating, feasting upon your whole chickens and your potatoes, you notice that the town, or the common room definitely kind of has a flow to it. You see a lot of people coming in and just kind of hanging out for a little bit, eating, and then you do notice a couple of folks do seem to be kind of hanging out for a longer extended period of time. And these guys seem to be more of the miners that, have come in off the road, and they just kind of want to be able to sit and have, something to drink, wash down the dust, as Alabaster is wont to do as well. But you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary compared to any other time that you guys have been kind of hanging out here in Phandalin. So as you guys are kind of digging into this meal and wrapping that up, you see Dill kind of finally push his plate away. Any of you traveled outside of these lands then? Outside of Phandalin?
I mean, we're originally from Nomengard.
But Nomengard's still in Phandalin. I think he might mean some places more exotic.
Oh.
Nomengard's very close to Phandalin. It's not exactly in Phandalin, but it's right up the road. It's in the mountains.
I mean, it's technically outside of Phandalin.
Okay.
You two are from there then?
Yep. Born and raised.
And the playground is where I spend most of my days.
Seems like
Someone had to make that joke.
someone had to go there in character. I saw a job posting for Nomengard over there. Do you have any wish to visit your homeland then?
Well, yeah, but
Inevitably.
But I mean, they want us to go there and try to talk them out of hard-working gnomes, magical and technological creations. I mean, that might be a little hard. I mean
I mean,
we'd have to go.
It's been a while.
Wouldn't they like be more likely to listen to you because you're from there? It's not like I could just walk in and go, "Hey, gnomes, give me your stuff." It's like they're not going to do that.
I mean, you
I
could.
don't know. You're kind of big. They might actually listen to you.
Oh no! Okay, no look. She could do that, but there would be consequences. That might be blasty and sharp-pointed objects as a bigger person tries to take advantage of the smaller gnomes.
Well, that's when you guys come in, oi. If you're from there, they'll listen to you.
Yeah, you can like speak their language and stuff and just be like, "Hey, other gnomes, like we need this for fighting a dragon."
Jellen, you
I
all
That's
mean-
right?
how this is done, right? Like, that seems fair.
You all right there, Jellen?
He's fine.
Yes, Domingard, right. We of course will travel back there. It's been a while, and we will congregate and collaborate with any advancements they've created, and we'll try to bring that back to Phandalin. I just felt like maybe it was a little more pressing for us to go and try to help Adabra. She lives by herself up in the stone windmill, and I'd hate for anything to happen to her.
I mean, she's a nice lady in general. Plus, she knows stuff about alchemy and stuff, and I need to talk to her about that.
And maybe she just wants to talk about,
But she is just
Great.
one person, and if we could have warned the gnomes, that would be warning the whole colony. The needs of
We're
the
not
many.
warning the gnomes. The
We don't
job
need
is
to
not
warn
to
the
warn the
gnomes.
gnomes. Remember,
No,
the
the-
job for the gnomes is to bring stuff back to them.
The job of the dwarves was to like warn them because the dwarves have been underground for like ever, and they probably don't know.
And
Next
dwarves
up,
are
there
fun.
now.
Oi. That's what I read upon the board.
I don't know. I feel like warning like one lady who is in this big stone structure anyways is kind of like not as big of a deal.
I mean,
She's like one person.
She's close. She was a local. Okay, it was just.
So you want to like you want her to be potentially like sacrificed in this dude's horrific plan to like put everybody into one tiny space so like the dragon can kill everyone at once. Like, please explain this to me. Like, explain it better.
I don't know why you're trying to sacrifice her. Okay. The
No,
plan
I'm
is to
saying that
work-
like bringing her here and this guy's plan of like, oh, everyone needs to be like in the city when his idea is lock his doors.
Hold up.
Like, come on.
Yeah, he's not gonna say anything.
If she's a little more easy pickings by herself, and if the dragon may not attack us, Phandalin, with so many people here as easily as it would attack the
Is his voice getting higher and squeakier as he talks?
Oh,
I
that's
just
normal.
slowly push his seltzer closer to him.
He's fine, but he makes a valid point. Okay. Look, I understand that you think everyone gathered together is an easy target, but like in nature, a lot, one large animal, say like maybe a bear or something, is less likely to attack a giant group of hunters than it is to attack one lone person. Okay, bear's wrong example. Let's talk with wolves. Wolves. One single wolf, or or even a pack of wolves, is less likely to target a large group of hunters than it is to target one lone hunter. One lone hunter is fucked by a pack of wolves. Group of hunters, less likely to get fucked.
But she's in like a windmill. She's not just like hanging out in a field like everywhere, like just going, hey, Mr. Dragon, let's be friends. Like, come on. It's a person.
Look, okay, the point was that it was a simple job that we got 25 gold pieces for.
Okay,
And
well,
she
that I
was-
cannot argue with. That's fine.
It was a simple job, getting someone we know to a more safe location. That's it. Don't take it out of proportions. Okay?
Well, do not think me an evil person, but those other jobs are 50 gold.
But more traveling and not as close. We can go there, grab her, get 25 gold, and then leave for the other jobs. We're not going to
But, like-
disappear while we do that.
Well, if-
Okay, so the thing about the gnomes, though, and like, if I'm wrong, like, okay, whatever. You probably didn't understand me, but like, you would get weapons that make it easier to like fight a dragon or
That
to
is
help
not 100%
defend the town.
That is not 100% true. We have to try to talk them into doing that.
So,
There's
like,
a
your people
possibility of that.
aren't going to help other people? Is that what you're saying? Is that, like, your people aren't going to be helpful? Because, like, my people are super helpful.
Really? Where are your people?
In their homes, taking care of each other like elves do.
Like their location, not where the... Okay, we'll let it go.
She just, like, gestures wildly towards woods. That way. Like, it's over there. It's fine.
That's super accurate. They're that way.
They are.
That way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Point is, we can still do the other jobs. We were just getting one that was close by that gets our seal quicker.
I mean,
Did
I
anybody
could get
see
that
that
seal for you.
fourth job? Wait,
Give
what?
me the orange strip of paper?
Wait. You could get us a seal?
I mean, he did say it was in his office. That's just a door with a lock.
Okay, breaking and entering is a serious crime.
Whoa, I never said that. I said hypothetically I could get you a seal.
Via breaking and entering?
You best not ask questions.
It's breaking and entering.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, Mr. Alabaster. I feel like this would be an opportunity for Kellen and I to prove how beneficial it would be for to have our great works here in Phandalin. And yeah, so let's do this the legitimate way.
Do you really think he's gonna, like, give you guys that seal? Because the way he was talking to you, like, he's not giving you that seal. He just wants you to do work for him.
He's
Like,
gonna
believe
give
me,
us a seal.
I know. I've been that person. Like, it's really, really easy to get people to do work for you.
No. He's gonna give us the seal. We made a deal. We get the seal. I did not actually mean for that to rhyme.
Okay.
Wizard.
What was that? What was that? An eye roll at wizards? Okay, what does that mean?
It was the rhyming.
It was the rhyming part.
Yeah,
Wizards
No
accidentally
casting
rhyme
those
things.
spells inside, please.
Jellen leans over to Alabaster and he's like,
It's the one thing I actually like about the wizarding thing. The rhyme is fun.
You realize you leaning over does not take you out of my hearing range, right?
Huh? Well, yeah. Let's enjoy our alcohol. And
Have you even had any yet? Try an ale, and he pours some ale into your seltzer glass.
no, thank you.
slowly pushes it away.
Ah. It grows
Well,
some
thank
hair
you.
on your chest, lad. See, pours himself some more.
I prefer to
There's
keep my
actually-
wits about me.
Oh, and fun fact, that actually is notoriously hard for nuns to do. Grow hair in the chest.
What was that, lad?
Well,
It stays up all here.
So gnomes don't have any hair on their bodies.
Right, because this full hair of hair and glorious beard and mustache means I have no hair on my body.
I've learned too much about gnomes today.
Yeah, I don't really want to know more. And I feel like I speak for everyone.
I said it was notoriously hard, not that it wasn't that it doesn't happen, okay?
Jellen looks at Lanariel, looks at the ale, looks at Lanariel, looks at the ale, grabs the ale, takes a drink, and just starts like psyching himself up for a second.
I think your brother is hyperventilating.
There you go, lad. That's showing some stones.
He stands up onto the chair and he points his hand out to Lanariel.
Hi, I'm Jellen Boomsparkle. Nice to meet you.
I thought this was saying it was over with.
Oh, that hit him quick then, didn't it?
She just like stares at it for a second before putting her hand out and like shaking his softly.
He takes a bunch of pieces of just gear and Nixie tubes and things and little panels and he screws them together really quick and he creates a miniature inhaler and he's then he takes it apart again and puts it all back.
Okay, has he always been like this? Like, did you grow up like is that normal? Like, I'm not like I don't actually like know any notes. Is this like normal?
For him, look, okay, like tinkering is normally dominated by male gnomes. He hasn't had a human color contact with a lot of female in general.
So where are you from?
Yeah, kind of ashamed right now.
I think you're like talking really loud, but like I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Dell's just like
yeah.
in his drink. Dell's just over
She
here in
just
his drink,
drinking.
like, wow.
Kind of pull my brother closer and like, you gotta calm down, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Talk normal. You're making us look bad. Dude, just take a deep breath to calm down. She's a normal person. Okay, she's a person.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm more normal than you are.
Your hair's red. Ugh.
Clearly a half
Okay,
elf.
so like we know he understands colors. This is like good, right?
Dude, you're killing us here, man. You're killing us.
So, Alabaster, where do you hail from then? You see Dell's deliberately and obviously trying to change the conversation.
Oh, I'm from far in the south, a place called Colmere. It's way down there. You probably haven't heard of it.
Oh, Cormier it is. It's a long way off.
Yes. It's a fall trip. I came out here to see if I can't become famous at something in this new town. Treasure hunting is a joy.
So you're after fame and riches, it is then.
Isn't everybody?
Yeah. It's not what drives all men.
Is it what drives you?
What drives you, good sir?
I just wish to help out where I can. I find there's an awful need for justice in these lands.
What's your particular brand of justice? Because I've heard that from a lot of different humans, and it seems to change between them.
Aye, that it does. Well, I serve our Lord Tyr.
I mean, that is a point in your corner. But I mean, people have done terrible things in the name of good. Especially, this may sound racist, but especially humans. You guys don't live very long, so short guys go for the big impact. And sometimes it's a really big impact that's not so good.
You're not wrong. Perceptive, lad. I've seen these flaws in humans myself in my travels. And what you're saying is true. I've heard many men speak of justice, and they mean anything but. But I'm not one of those men. I simply wish to help people where I can. Heal the injured, if I may.
And crack some skulls with the Warhammer, right?
In times of need.
So that's a good point. Seeing as we're all apparently going to be traveling together, if we were to get in a combat situation where we didn't immediately have to run from like a scary dragon, but maybe like bandits attacked us, what could all of you do? Obviously, since you've mentioned the size of your axe quite a many times, I'm pretty sure you probably cleave people in pain. But any other skills we should know about?
Are other skills like necessary?
I mean, not exactly necessary. It'd be good. It's good to know the capabilities of the people you're working with. Again, it wasn't like a point at you. I was just asking if you had other abilities besides fighting.
Well, I mean,
Very
I
good
can.
point.
Ooh, he spoke like a normal person. That was cool. I can make sure we don't get lost. I am pretty good in the woods. One of those benefits of elves.
Being
I'll
a
give it to
half
that.
elf,
Alright,
then.
you're good. Wait, are you actually half elven and half orcish, or are you half elven because you were raised by elves? Like, was
That's
your
a
mom and
really, really inappropriate question, and I don't like that you asked it.
how is that
Kellen,
inappropriate?
don't piss her off. Oh my god.
Why
I mean,
would you even ask? What does it matter?
I mean, I feel like we're all sitting here asking the same question inside our heads, eh?
I don't seem to mind at all.
I said
Yeah,
that
see?
I'm fine.
Look at that.
I'm learning about my party members. Okay, it wasn't supposed to be inappropriate. You guys learned about gnomes a little bit. I'm trying to learn a little bit about you. That's it. Okay.
I mean, from my experience, orcs and elves been at war for generations, like thousands of years. Right?
Well, I mean, yeah, kind of. But, my orcs were not, at war with the elves. They were just, kind of caught in the middle between two different groups of elves. It's fine. I don't know if I'm half elf and half orc, or if I'm half human and half orc. But I have the pointy ears, and I was raised by elves. So, whatever.
That's fair enough. Just
You don't need
Now,
to
are we
tell us
done
anymore.
asking me questions that are, really, really rude?
Kellen, apologize.
I think Kellen's frozen. He's just either super happy and just sticking to it, or he's frozen.
It's the most amazing place for him to have frozen, though.
It is. I feel like I need to screenshot this.
Immaculate mime work.
It's true. He is a happy mime. Kellen, come back to us.
It looks like he also dropped from Foundry.
Did he?
Oh, then his internet might have just cut.
It's alright, I got a screenshot. Save forever.
Oh,
Is he going to be back? All right. So I think we are having a little bit of technical difficulties here. I think maybe this might be a good place to call it for the evening. Let's go ahead, and I'm sure I look all crazy and none of us are in our actual spots. Oh, look, I am, sort of. Hey. So
The
yeah.
rest of us have half our faces.
Yeah, we got half faces going on here. So please come back and see us again next week. Everybody, I'm going to go ahead and switch back on over to that host screen. Everybody say goodbye if you want to say goodbye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'm going to switch us on over here. Thank you so much for joining us on the Fireside Tales again. I'm so excited to be up and running and getting this thing going again. It's been a couple of months getting this thing back up and going, and I'm super stoked that we just had episode 1. Yay! I'm stoked on the new team that came together, and I am very excited about this, and I can't wait to get going again for next week. Until then, please come check us out on YouTube, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. If you want to get into those West March campaigns, the voice and the text campaigns that are coming up, please go check out the Patreon to get some more details on that. And of course, while you're at Patreon, please go check out Limithron. He's going to be doing some awesome map work for us. I've already seen a couple little sketches that he's done, and it's going to be super cool. I'm excited for that for sure. So please go check out his work if you want to have a little upgrades to your game and have some really awesome illustrated style map assets. Other than that, thank you so much for hanging out with us and coming to join us again. And we will see you next week on the Fireside Tales. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good one.